Clearly, this nation is heading back to the coup days. Yes. Almost still a coup mindset. The way your mama and Kofu be coup mindset. JJ Rollins had been no. A during my catcher, Mr. Chief Justice on Besom Yin. Yet, John Besom Yin said, Omo Ben Yamamino. Almost a Kufuado are fairly. And yet the High Court with MPP inclined people. Am I gonna know? And so MPP inclined people, yeah. And I'm releasing Japanese to force and I'm mobile concept. So the Omo Yana said, Ombesom we Chief Justice. No more Chief Justice about Oko Constitution in moi. There will be a friend at tribunal, regional tribunals. Ordinarily, any democratic constitution, it should not have what we call regional tribunals under it. Now, young have what regional tribunals are under the constitution. Now, regional tribunals, because JJ Rollins, or no military mindset in or you know, and what the regional tribunals special constitution. For the past 22 years, you have regional tribunal here. And they were most of the regional tribunal back. You be ready regional tribunal. Now almost a year constitutional creation. So we have the Supreme Court as the apex court, and your Court of Appeal coming right under it. And your I think the regional tribunals, the High Court, then regional tribunals. That is Article 148. Most more documents in the Constitution reading. Now, Yansha there, Article 142. Also, there shall be established in each region of Ghana such a regional tribunals as the Chief Justice may determine. So it has left the creation of regional tribunal in the hands of the Chief Justice. I don't know what to mean Justice Tokunu. So they have to change Justice Tokunu. So the Chief Justice will come and establish regional tribunals in the whole regions. It is because of more train, so Justice Tokunu, Chief Justice. Normally, Chief Justice for Fraba, no be establishing regional tribunals. 22 years, we've not done regional tribunals. Now, I share the composition of the regional tribunal. Or say the regional tribunal shall consist of the Chief Justice, one chairman, who is a chairman here, chairman of the PNDC. Then, so regional tribunal, so more besetia, chairman, that means NDC phone call for the Dombako show, and they don't need to have any legal backing, legal knowledge. Or much now as some swa, a tubasha, yes, a tribunal, tell be some so, Yamana follow Yakrama in the era of JJ Rollins, and no person was Baba. So also it shall consist of the Chief Justice, one chairman, and such members who may or may not be lawyers. What are the JJ Rollins to you? The entire Mama and Yabri Chief Justice in any. Or say, second we can lawyer for and a bear judges and Yandia. Name of regional tribunal and say it shall consist of the Chief Justice. One chairman, such members who may or may not be lawyers, as shall be designated by the Chief Justice to sit as panel members of a regional tribunal and for such period as shall be specified in writing by Chief Justice. So, Omobe set up regional tribunal. According to Article 142, JJ Rollins is the way shame because also when your court said the Bay court, or be creative on one Casane. Now, your mama know yes, civilian government also will be creative regional tribunals. The moment Chief Justice and one man again, TSC Chief Justice. No could a woman in any. Mese no kura wo mu nyina ni govi ade nti o mbeso mu yi Chief Justice ni ana regional tribunal establishing who here lawyers it dey here na say ode wono NDC for back watch afa okọ ni edi case no regional tribunal do case yes ya jail. Now let's look at the jurisdiction of the regional tribunal. Or say the regional tribunal shall have jurisdiction to try such offenses against the state and the public interest as parliament may by law prescribe. So in this case, we have first no majority in parliament. A passembra, no more regional tribunal. Now regional tribunal at Naso, no more the case. It is the so we go through the High Court, the Court of Appeal. Almost what we issue. It will be creative regional tribunals. This is what your mama is doing. The entire Chief Justice in India. Make a chill. And come now I say the regional tribunal shall have such appellate jurisdiction relating to the matters described in clause 1 of this article as may be prescribed by law. See you could do high court. Instead, court of appeal. Now could do Supreme Court. Regional tribunal now our appellate jurisdiction. Because appellate jurisdiction, it means Oduwasemuia. What do you mean from court of appeal? This outside the baho. That's outside the baho. Then run is the creative boniwi. And I mama person was out to us. Article 142, 143, the jurisdiction of the regional tribunal. The courts are in appellate. You can't appellate jurisdiction. You do as a magistrate. And ye yafako. We are not a high court. Not high court, court of appeal. Now Supreme Court. But with the regional tribunal, the appellate jurisdiction of the court is given to the regional tribunal. You don't go to court of appeal. It's one of the you do as we Naka Soko appeal, Abasako Maho. Eddie, your mama sent Crawford Traba. So 1 year a year or Modi. Now, young Cornelius Article 1433. For the purpose of hearing and determining an appeal within this jurisdiction and amendment, execution or enforcement of judgment or order in appeal, and for the purposes of any other authority expressly or by necessary implication given to by this constitution or any other law, regional tribunal shall have all powers, authority, and jurisdiction vested in the tribunal from which the appeal is brought. So all powers when it comes to appeal, regional tribunal will have it. Eddie, your mama be any. Waiting and near Biri Sigeno. Now, young Konyanko read petitions in our Modiaba. Justice Tokunu. Genja ye Chief Justice no or per certain regional tribunals in Yakodima for them. If so many case. A month for the radio, you have a year go be. So petition number 1. Ghana for where document free flash about. Genja Doma me Gina should ye Chief Justice any when you know ready be. So petition number 1. The original one the crummy where you copy text in the Dugu and Yaso near the more. Have you ready? Was it the petitioners known as Shining Stars of Ghana are praying President Mahama to sack Chief Justice, Justice Tokunu, because she requested President Anado to promote 5 judges to the Supreme Court in May 2024. The Shining Stars of Ghana argued that her proposal to promote the judges was in breach of Article 144 of the 1992 Constitution. They make particular reference to Article 1442, which states that Supreme Court justices shall be appointed by the President, acting on the advice of the Judicial Council, in consultation with the Council of State and with the approval of Parliament. Enti almost Justice Tokunu petitioner number 1 go be Adiosi Justice Tokunu aye and it yenyi free one say was or recommend say yen promote some 5 justices be. But first of all, if the recommendation it is against the law, the Parliament war Article 1442 you read Article 1442 or say Supreme Court justice shall be appointed by President, acting on the advice of the Judicial Council, in consultation with Council of State. Not just that, and with approval of Parliament. So I'm penny say, Sekufado and I say Justice Tokunu will follow this process. I don't know Parliament approve. It will Parliament in approve it the original society from Pamono. Or see the petitioners claim that by writing to the President in her personal capacity as the Chief Justice, she had met the grounds for stated misbehavior, an offense that merited the removal from office, since no part of the process to appoint the justices of the Supreme Court admitted of her personal recommendation. Now the Omo Chirene say, and yes, I didn't see you. Nemo Churo Krata and Ko Kekeno. Tinie. Yenyina Sonia from Pamono. Petitioner number 1. When a Jomama say stated misbehavior. So on grounds I bet him the Chief Justice. Oko Supreme Court, Constitution. The constitution makes it clear, so for the independence of a year, the judiciary, it won't mean a year judge be unless it's say one merited certain things. You be ready. Now go be almost say or a troll letter command Kufuado. When you know the chief justice said, we. Where the Kufuado, your mama's word, you know, so the now young reading Yanko or say Shining Stars Feather. Averred that on 15th October 2024, Her Ladyship Justice Tokono presided over a panel to determine the constitutionality of an action by the Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honorable Aman Sumani Baben, without hearing him in court.
More fire. More fire.
Was it Yama Speaker? When you petitioner, Shining Star, and a Shining Star that was actually the day at the year Kingsley Ajay, Kingsley Ajay, when this in Papa, Kingsley Ajay, when this in Papa, Kingsley Ajay, and this in Papa, Kingsley Ajay. It was a Yama Right Honorable Speaker, Ama Court. Ama mekan ayini bi. Was it the petitioner's claim? The petitioner's claim. Okay, that is ex parte motion. You can't ex parte. I go be court no. Emrana ema court kwan no. You free be ex parte motion. Say me kwa frifa. Be say me be tiawa. Metumi akọ court without your presence. Na makwa akọji aba be tiawa. Etibo wa injunction. Ebu a certain ruling. Why when the can say ex parte motion? Na ex parte motion you free man ba. Was say no tie nyina so mfa nyina di. Now we was it they contend that Mrs. Araba Esaba Tokono had ignored the Odi Alteram Patem rule of natural justice, which simply translated in English, let the other side be heard. Now, two cardinal principles of law when it comes to the fundamental human rights, Odi Alteram Patem, and a normal Judas in Casaso. Odi Alteram Patem says, there are some two obisua, Yencheni Perimi, and Yobusa say, sa case of constitutional interpretation. Now, speaker some near the court. A constitutional interpretation, which the courts have been given at Article 2:1, the right and power, 2:1 and 130. See the action bar. Only Supreme Court know what to me. So what interpretation. What's the year? I abans money baby. Now nobody abans money baby court. Where you own your mama's wood in a show. Petitioning you. Shining Stars petition and your mama say, "Why refers here for you just said any?" See, ya quantity them who abra one for abans money kwa miametraho. It ready. Was it the petition is signed by chairman and convener of Shining Stars of Ghana, Kingsley Ajay, and was written on the 14th of February 2025. When you the ECJ? When you the ECJ do? Where you go be? When you the ECJ? A good father, your mama show. We at the Kuma Council of State. Omunsham, Oman Rice. After young Conco share petition number 2. The entry CJ. Petition number 2. Let them know. Your mama no baby channel. Be hello. Petition number 2. Allah, your mama be hello. When we just yam fra bamba biamba, it your grounds for removal. Boy, but the Chief Justice said, Chief Justice Truck Ratako Kufuado say you more a year justice be about it. You know, so you promote you. I don't know Kufuado you. There's no evidence of Kufuado here. The Constitution is clear on the procedure in which and our members of Parliament or man raise any concern. No about them. Petition number 2. Every ACP Ayamga Akolgo. Now ready we have a say. I say also ACP Ayamga. Have you ready way? ACP ni assistant commissioner of police. Or police ni no say a lawyer ni Aye, with the Mubra. And what true? It's Yohani, you want to show. Yohani by Yamamu, Yohani Sempa, a trim you, Chichemudu, or seen an SCP Ayamga, a Kolgo, what the petition by, nearing the petition, or says Assistant Commissioner of Police, Ayamga Yakubu Akolgo, who is also a lawyer and a chartered accountant, was the Chief Justice suspended immediately for doctoring evidence, abusing her office, and being discourteous and aggressive towards him in court. Chief Justice Nemuno, or no, I am Gano. Chief Justice did not tell and the Chief Justice a doctor a year records of the court. Now the entry were doctor records of the court. Was it COP a SCP Ayamga? Averse that he appeared before the Supreme Court on November 14, 2023 in a case instituted, that is the Republic versus High Court, secondly, ex parte, also ex parte, Ayamga Yakubu Akolugo. The police officer claims that the Chief Justice was it unruly to him. You guys are unruly as well, Muno. On why Ayamga is a Chief Justice in Muno, asking him to stop shouting in the court. Was it Chief Justice Kachans during his submissions and without provocation caused his arrest and detention for about 2 hours on the grounds that he was rude and exhibited conduct that was unbecoming of a lawyer. Now, the entire Pamu Chief Justice, and they said, Mr. Ayamga stated in his petition that the Chief Justice order to arrest and detain him amounted to 1. Abuse of prestige judicial office, breach of due process of law, rush of anger, and intended to ridicule and publicly embarrass him as a lawyer. Eti ono Ayamga Chief Justice Tiatiano, Chief Justice Catches one guy was shouting. Eti a abuse of the fundamental right. Our Article 33. Among the processes are abuse of fundamental right as a person. You can go through Article 33 and seek redress. You can sue the Chief Justice. You don't sue the Chief Justice because Wabayaba, your mama will be court where your lawyer, Chief Justice Tiatiano, Eti Yenina Sumfaji Chief Justice. When a Jomama Sue Jinasu, well, Gobi, when a Jomama Sue Jinasu, the Chief Justice, because I am gas why a lawyer or court, I'm a Chief Justice Tiatiano, a Pamono, Cheno. So it is abuse of one on the fundamental human right. And meanwhile, he won't go on Article 33. What does Article 33 says? It says that if anybody your fundamental right is abused, whether a lawyer, whether you should come to court and come and seek for redress. Or someone seeking for redress. When your mama saw the now for you say curiously, he claims that when he requested for the record of proceedings from the Supreme Court, he was shocked to see that it contained no reference of his arrest or the disparaging remarks the Chief Justice is alleged to have made on record. That to him constitute tampering with evidence and abuse of privilege office. Wait, second petition, was he abusing the fundamental right? One go court, do Suni. And your man, Mama, did you Chief Justice in it? About we up with them. I'm telling you, about them. No, I'm telling you. About them. Now, may shut time, may share a year. You can't say, Sofia Kufu, former Chief Justice. May share former Attorney General. A year, you can't say. I bet more Drusu. Nama share a year or more. I didn't run it more was our committee. So says, how do you imagine us with the Chief Justice? For third one, a Branian kind and the euphoria. So then the euphoria, a Ghanaian citizen, alleges 21 instances of misbehavior on the part of Chief Justice and 4 counts of incompetence, which must necessitate the removal of the Chief Justice. Now, or say, Chief Justice, among the instances of misbehavior are allegations that the Chief Justice allegedly used 261,890 Ghana cedi of public funds of her private foreign travel in 2023 with her husband and daughter who were not entitled to such benefit as it stands now. Whether ne kunu ne ba no sika we ya wo kaso mu die no so won for evidence bi am was this Chief Justice Yusui. They also spent $30,000 of the public funds as per diem on the trip. Honestly, the Jomama Ejina so dia Chief Justice. Mr. Ofori further alleges that in the same 2023, her ladyship misappropriated 75,580 Ghana cedi on another trip with her husband and to Arusha, Tanzania, where she also spent $14,000 of accountable interest, which she failed to account for. The petitioner claims that her ladyship Tokonu interfered with judicial proceedings by using operatives of the national security to seize court computers during the trial of Asen North MP, Jachikwesen by the state. Mr. Daniel Ofori accuses the Chief Justice of unauthorized way of Chief Justice. Acquire tribunal. We are petitioning. Obi, the entire you go Chief Justice. And your mammy and your petition in petition in any petition. Jayadi Chief Justice and in some years and ya. Then your foreign name, a call go name, a year Omudia. Wait, when you Chief Justice, you know.